Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, phone listeners. And welcome to Fone Listener 70.70 FM.
Or should I say, good evening, my beloved princess. Ha ha ha.
Sora. We're on air. Remember the MIC check? You can't just start like that.
What? I'm just greeting the most beautiful listener of all. And also, all of you out there, of course. We're your hosts, the legendary duo bringing you the freshest anime and manga news. Sora, your battle-hardened dark elf warrior, here to protect your ears from bad takes.
And Mika, your humble human princess, here to try and keep Sora on track, which is a full-time job in itself, honestly. We're so happy you've tuned in for another exciting episode of Fone Listener.
Indeed. And Mika, you're not humble, my dear. You're radiant. And you always keep me on track, even if my track is just a direct route to your heart.
Blushes heavily Sora. Please. My face is going to melt. Okay, everyone. Before Sora spontaneously bursts into a love poem, let's get right into the news, shall we? We have some incredibly exciting headlines today.
Anything exciting is only made more exciting when I get to read it with you, my darling. But yes, let's dive into the first battlefield of news.
Right. Our first headline is a major one. Hit anime show Bleach kicks off its final season with a surprise theatrical release.
Oh, Bleach. That takes me back. I remember when they first announced the return of the 1,000-year blood war. I thought to myself, finally, an anime protagonist almost as dramatic as I am. Almost.
Chuckles softly Sora. You're always so dramatic. But a theatrical release? That's huge. Getting to see those epic battles on the big screen, with cinema-quality sound.
Imagine the swords clashing, the spiritual pressure, the sheer power. It's almost enough to make me want to leave the broadcast booth and join the fight myself. But alas, my place is here, guarding my princess.
Why, you're very sweet, Sora. But no, you absolutely cannot just abandon the show to go fight Hollows. We have 9 more news items. But seriously, this is amazing for Bleach fans. I heard the animation quality is just chef's kiss for this final arc.
Anything less than perfection for a series of that caliber would be an insult. Speaking of quality, I heard this next bit is tied directly to it.
It is. Our second headline is closely related. Bleach confirms first story details for anime's final season. So, with this new screening event, Viz Media also dropped the first synopsis for the final wave of episodes.
Finally, we get to see what Ishigo and his crew are truly up against. Will there be an ultimate villain? Will there be sacrifices? Will there be power-ups that defy all logical explanation? I need to know.
Well, the synopsis mentions a brewing war between the Soul Reapers and a new, ancient threat. It sounds incredibly intense. I'm just really hoping they give everyone their moment to shine. Rukia deserves some serious screen time, don't you think?
Rukia is a formidable warrior, no doubt. But no one shines brighter than you, my dear Mika. Even in the darkest battle, your light would guide me.
Blushes again Sora. We're talking about Bleach. Not us. Anyway, let's hope the story details mean they're really going to nail the ending this time. No more filler arcs, just pure, unadulterated plot.
Agreed. Fillers are for scrolls that need to be burned, not for epic sagas. Now, speaking of things that might need to be re-evaluated.
Oh no, I know where this is going. Our next headline is a spicy one. 5 unwatchable anime based on incredible manga.
Unwatchable? My dear, no anime is truly unwatchable if you watch it with someone you love. Though, I have seen some adaptations that made me question the sanity of the animators. It's like they actively tried to butcher the source material.
I know, right? It's such a tragedy when you love a manga so much, and then the anime just misses the mark. Like, the pacing is off, or the art style is completely different, or they skip entire character arcs. It's an injustice.
It's an affront to creative integrity. If I were to adapt a great tale, say, the tale of a courageous princess who found love with a fierce dark elf warrior.
Sora laughs nervously. Stop that. Are you going to tell us which 5 anime you think are unwatchable? I bet you have some strong opinions.
Only the strongest. But out of respect for the artists, even the misguided ones, I shall refrain from naming names. But let's just say, some directors deserve to be sent to the Shadow Realm for their sins against animation.
Okay, perhaps a little extreme. But I totally get the frustration. Maybe the lesson here is, read the manga first, then decide if you want to risk the anime.
Or just read the manga, my dear. It's often superior. Unlike my love for you, which only grows stronger every single day, Mika.
Mumbles shyly. Oh, Sora. Why you're going to make me forget what comes next. Right, next up, a big announcement from the streaming giant.
My favorite giant, because it brings us more content to cuddle and watch together.
Blushes exactly. The headline, Crunchyroll's Spring 2026 anime lineup includes Witch Hat Atelier and the return of One Piece.
Ah, One Piece, the endless saga. It's almost as long-running as my devotion to you, Mika. Though, my devotion is far more concentrated and without any filler arcs, unlike some pirate adventures.
Giggles Sora. That's a bold claim about One Piece. But honestly, I am so excited about Witch Hat Atelier. I've been reading the manga, and the art is just breathtaking. I can't wait to see how they bring it to life.
If they don't capture every single magical detail, I shall personally send a strongly worded letter, with a flaming arrow. No, just kidding. Mostly. I just want to see your eyes light up, my dear.
They will. I just know it. And One Piece returning is always a celebration for fans. It's wild to think how long that series has been going on. Maybe Luffy will finally find the One Piece by the time we're ancient, wise beings.
And I'll still be by your side, looking as youthful as ever, while you gently prod me to watch the latest episode. You know, speaking of anime adaptations and capturing emotions.
Segue. Nicely done, Sora. Our next story is truly fascinating. Crunchyroll's 12-part anime adaptation rewrites the manga series' most powerful romantic moments.
Rewriting romantic moments. This is a dangerous game, Mika. Who are they to decide what constitutes a powerful romantic moment? Only we know what true love looks like.
Blushes deep red Sora. You're being ridiculous. But honestly, it is a brave choice. The article says Ayumu Hisao discussed the behind-the-scenes process and the challenges of translating emotions from manga to anime. It sounds like they're trying to create something unique, rather than just a direct copy.
Unique is good, but when it comes to capturing the essence of profound affection, one must be very careful. If they tried to rewrite our story, I'd march right into their studio. What could be more powerful than your shy blushes and my unwavering adoration? Nothing. I say, nothing.
Hides face in hands as Sora. You are just too much. We're supposed to be objective radio hosts. But I do hope they do the original manga justice in their own way. It's a huge risk to change something so core.
A risk, indeed. But sometimes, risks are worth taking. Especially for love. Like the risk I took to steal a kiss from you that one time when we first met. Worth it.
Squeaks, oh my goodness. Okay, moving on. Before I spontaneously combust. Here's one for the action fans out there.
Ah, action. My domain. Tell me, my sweet, what fresh battles await our listeners?
It's titled, 5 anime to watch if you like Jujutsu Kaisen. And the summary talks about Yuji Itadori and his fight against Ryaman Sukuna.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Now that's a series that understands the importance of raw power and cursed energy. If I were a jujutsu sorcerer, ID make sure no curse ever came within 100 miles of you, Mika. ID purify them all.
I know you would, Sora. You'd probably punch Sukuna yourself. But it's a great show. And if people are looking for similar vibes, this list is perfect. I wonder if they included Chainsaw Man or Devilman Crybaby? Those definitely have that dark, supernatural action feel.
Chainsaw Man, interesting premise. Though, no one wields a weapon quite like I do. My sword arm is legendary in 3 realms, you know.
Giggles, I know. Sora. You remind me frequently. But I do think Jujutsu Kaisen has really pushed the envelope for modern shonen. The animation, the character designs, the sheer brutality. It's just excellent.
Excellent enough to earn my approval. But not as excellent as the way your hair catches the studio lights, my love.
Blushes Sora. You can't say things like that on air. Listeners are going to think you've lost your mind. Okay, next up, talking about anime's impact beyond Japan.
My mind is perfectly intact, princess. It's just entirely focused on you. But yes, let's see how the rest of the world is catching up to our superior entertainment.
Indeed. The headline is, how a 1999 anime hit inspired Netflix to double down on the genre and its massive fan base. And it mentions One Piece.
One Piece again. That show is truly a phenomenon. To inspire a live-action adaptation that conquers Netflix charts in 75 countries. That's almost as impressive as my ability to conquer any obstacle in your path, Mika.
It's incredibly impressive, Sora. It really shows the global power of anime now. Back in 1999, who would have thought a pirate saga from Japan would become such a worldwide live-action hit on a platform like Netflix? It's a testament to good storytelling.
Good storytelling and even better execution. Though, I must admit, I prefer the animated version. The live action was good, but it didn't quite capture the sheer elasticity of Luffy's spirit. Or his limbs.
Laughs, that's fair. Some things are just better in animation. But it's great that Netflix is investing more in the genre because of its success. More anime for everyone.
More anime for us to watch together, my love. And speaking of new anime,
another smooth transition. You're getting good at this, Sora. Our 8th news item is the 5 best anime premieres of spring 2026.
A fresh harvest of new stories. Are any of them about powerful dark elves protecting their beloved princesses from rogue goblins? Because that would be my top pick, personally.
Giggles, I highly doubt it, Sora. But the summary mentions a new work by Hiromu Arakawa, the author behind Fullmetal Alchemist, being brought to the screen by Studio Bones. That's an amazing pedigree.
Fullmetal Alchemist. A true classic. If it's by the same creators, then it's certainly worth a look. Though, I hope the battles are as intense as my feelings for you, Mika. Which is to say, extremely intense.
Blushes fiercely Sora. You're impossible. But yes, Studio Bones did such an incredible job with Fullmetal Alchemist and Brotherhood. I have very high hopes for this new series. It's always exciting when top-tier creators and studios team up.
It means quality, my dear. And you deserve nothing less than the best. Just as our listeners deserve the best news.
And they're getting it. Next up, something a little out of the ordinary. The Drops of God review. Crunchyroll's most unique anime could become the streamer's next sleeper hit.
Drops of God. Is this a series about divine beverages? Because my elven palate is highly discerning, and I can tell a good nectar from, well, from something less than divine.
It's about wine tasting, Sora, and competition. The summary says it offers a unique take on it, with a rich story and mixed animation quality. It sounds like something totally different from the usual action or romance fare.
Wine tasting, eh? I suppose even something so mundane can be elevated by good storytelling. And perhaps, it will teach me new ways to discern the finest wines to share with you, Mika.
Smiles warmly. That's actually a really sweet thought, Sora. I think it's wonderful that Crunchyroll is taking risks on these more unique stories. Not every anime needs to be a battle shonen or a magical girl series. Variety is the spice of life, right?
Variety is good, as long as it doesn't distract me from your beauty, my love. But I'll admit, a series about fine wines sounds like a perfectly acceptable backdrop for our next cozy evening together.
Giggles, you always manage to bring it back to that, don't you? Okay, last but not least, a game changer for Crunchyroll itself.
A game changer? Tell me, my princess, what new territory has Crunchyroll conquered now?
The headline is, NYCC, Crunchyroll adds streaming manga to streaming anime service. They launched Crunchyroll Manga at New York Comic Con.
They are adding manga to the streaming service? This is brilliant. No more juggling apps, no more trying to balance a physical manga volume while also trying to hold your hand, Mika.
Blushes Sora. That's exactly it. It's such a convenient premium add-on service. It makes it so much easier for fans to enjoy both the anime and the source material all in one place. I think it's a genius move.
Genius, indeed. Now I can read all the romantic manga with you, and then immediately switch to the anime adaptation to see how they butchered the best part. Ha ha ha.
Laughs, you're terrible. But yes, it's really exciting. It's like a one-stop shop for everything anime and manga related. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they expand the manga library.
As am I, my love. More stories for us to share, more worlds for us to explore. Together.
And that, phone listeners, brings us to the end of another fantastic episode of Fone Listener 70.70 FM.
It's always a bittersweet moment, ending our time with you, but mostly sweet because it means I get to shower Mika with even more affection off air.
Embarrassed Larva Sora. You said you'd behave. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was truly a pleasure to share all this exciting news with you all.
Never behave too much, my dear. It would be boring. To all our listeners, thank you for joining us. May your days be filled with epic adventures and your nights with cozy anime marathons.
And from me, Mika, and my wonderful co-host Sora, thank you for listening. We'll be back next time with more news, more laughs, and probably more of Sora being Sora.
And more of Mika being the adorable, blushing princess I adore. Until next time, phone listeners. And Mika, my love.
Whispering yes, Sora.
Softly, yet audibly. You're mine.
A gasp, followed by heavy blushing sounds as Sora. Fade out with nervous laughter.